Hey, how are y'all doing? This is Isaac. I'm showing y'all my tool, my eye tool, EyeSploit. This is my all-in-one compilation of scripts, my go-to. I start a BugBounty program. This is my first run. I'm running this scan option right here. And now how it works is it takes advantage of a bunch of Wayback Machines. That'd be GAU and waymore, which is a compilation of most Wayback Machines. And, it takes advantage of HTTPX, Katana, little nuclei to try and get other directories, subfinder as well. I'm going to show you what an output looks like right here. So after you run it, it's going to use GF and with some patterns, and it's going to pull all the parameters that look like they're vulnerable to each type of exploit, SQLI. Oh. And it's also going to check if subdomains are alive with Katana. There's no subdomains for this domain I ran because I ran it against test PHP, but creates an output folder with the URL you use. So you go into outputs and it shows you everything. You can cat alive and the raw dump of it, raw URLs, that's GAU. Now if you were to use waymore, this would be a lot bigger. Now as for how it works, this is a little bit of the code of it. So you have an option. I'm about to just show y'all. So say we want to run a scan. I'm not going to run it. Actually, I am going to run it. It's going to ask for deep scan, and that's going to be running waymore, and light scan, that's going to be running GUA. Now we do a light scan, it's going to run GUA, and while that runs, it's going to run that, and then it's going to go through here, and it's going to parse with GF, and that's just going to take the raw URLs, parse all the different filters out, and then it's going to run trash compactor. Now this program is really nice. It makes sure that each URL it goes to is different, and it compares the source code. So if you have two URLs, they have different parameters on the end, but they have the same source code. Trash compactor is going to catch that, and then it runs it against GXS. This is checking whether or not it's reflecting what you're saying. It's mainly used to find XXS parameters, but if it reflects back what you're using in the DOM, this program's going to output that to the GXS dump. Now hidden files, this one's, you don't have to run these, but it's pretty good to have. And it's just doing some grips, running HTTPX on the subs. And it crawls each subdomain with Katana. Now I have commented this out before, it's not absolutely needed. And then it runs dir search to look for spicy files, like I like to say. And with that, that's the whole block of it. That's the scan option. And once you run that scan, see right now it's doing trash compactor, I believe. No, it's GXSS. Once you run that, it has custom. Now custom, this is the one, it runs all of these at once. And the exploit, now these are also very easy modules to add. You can simply write your own in, throw it in a little block, and just go down here and have it call to it. But as for the custom, that just runs basically all these individual ones collected. Now for the exploit, we're running param spider. This is kind of the first thing you should do, really. It's the most comprehensive. But you're running a nuclei scan and you're running an X-ray. Now X-ray, it's an interesting program, but I've had success with it pulling actual vulnerabilities. But I tend to run this and then check it against whatever it finds with one of these parameters, the XXS, server-side template, anything like that. Now this is really just a collection of scripts, and it's very easy to add your own scripts. And I'm going to go ahead and show you with XSS. And what this will do, you have to run the scan first because it goes to the directory and then it pulls files out of it. And now it'll pull, I believe this is going to be pulling the gxss dump. So I show you that. Oh man, what is it doing? Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, it's pulling this. And now Dalfox, great XSS tool, checks in the DOM for XSS. Anytime you get purple, that's a vulnerability. And it'll also output that same thing into the output folder. Now it'll usually add the pretense of bone, so you can go ahead and cat that, and boom, you got your vulnerabilities, and that goes along with each one of the different modules in this. Like I said, it's very easy to add your own, and it's really my go-to. As soon as I start a BugBounty, this is what I'm running to get my recon, to get anything I need to start testing. And this is good for if you have a job, you go to work, you just throw the scan at it, throw it with the waymore, and in a few hours you'll have everything you need. And these are all the tools you need. This is the GitHub link for it. I will have this in the description. It is a bash script. And I do have a setup script which will install all the tools you need into the tools folder. You may have to install the X-ray by hand, really, because it's a little buggy with installing it. And shout out Tom Nom Nom. Most of these tools are based on him. But yeah, this is my EyeSploit, and I hope it can help you out. Thank you.